What's going on, guys? It's Julian with Future Air Investments LLC, and I am here to tell you guys and update you guys. I know the light's like super bad right now, but I'm here to update you guys on how my month of April went. So my month of April was my very first time implementing my new strategy. Dude, the light sucks. Oh my gosh. So the month of April was my very first time implementing my new strategy. And I'm excited to share my results with you guys, and so we're just gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna show you guys how my trades went. I'm gonna explain to you guys every trade that happened, and I'm explaining to you some mistakes I made as well. This is my very first month doing my new strategy. I'm very excited to see how the month of May goes and everything like that. So we're gonna start sharing my screen here. I'm on my iPad right now, so it'll be screen shared off of my iPad. So we're gonna pull it up right now. Okay, that was the wrong thing. Okay, no, we're not gonna do this. Income tracker. So boom, we're gonna come to the April 3rd income tracker. So I believe the 1st and the 2nd was a Saturday and a Sunday, and April 3rd marks the Monday of everything going on. I'm sorry for the vulgar language on here, but that's the best way I can explain what's going on here, right? So let's just go through every single trade and explain what happened. So on April 3rd, April 3rd was the Monday. I took a $200 to $300 loss. The only reason I took that big of a loss was because I was extremely over leveraged in a single trade, and that will never happen again. As you guys can see here, that's when I started my $5,000 challenge, and I deposited my first $4,000. And then after that day, I walked away with a $20 win. So obviously something went wrong there. I don't necessarily remember the whole thing, but obviously, as you can see, the next trade on April 6th, it says new formula implemented. So the first 2 days I wasn't trading with my strategy. So April 6th marks the very first day of me implementing my new strategy. So that day I walked away with a $167 win. Now on April 10th, you see we lost $121. Now, as you guys can see here, the main thing we have here is over trading. So my position size was too large, and on top of that, I over traded. If I said I over traded, that means I won my first trade, went back in, and then lost my second trade, which wiped out all of my wins for the day. So that's why I say never over trade. After you win, I say stay out of the market and stay out for the rest of the day, because you have 100 to 220 more trading days left in the year. There's no reason to go back in and try to make more money on the second day. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about that. Okay, so if we come down here, as you guys can see, I was on a week-long losing streak, which this really hurt my emotions. I was really down in the dumps about this, but I'm getting a lot of notifications because I'm in a trade right now. Show you guys, I'm actually in the trade right now. I'm watching the market and everything, but it's going pretty well. But so we're gonna come here to the very first $100 loss, which was a market loss. That day I ended up just straight up losing the trade. The next day I actually was in profit on the first day. I actually won my first trade, and then I over traded. I went back in, lost all my profits, and then I did the exact same thing the next day. Okay, what is going on right now? Okay, he's just blowing my phone up. It's whatever. Anyway, my business partner was texting me. Okay, and then on April 17th and April 18th, they were very small movement days. That's when the market was consolidating crazy. Like, it was really hard for any breakout traders to make any sort of anything, you know what I'm saying? So it was hard for me to make any sort of profits, but at the same time, I like to scale into my trades, which I no longer do, which I'll go over in a second. But I like to scale into my trades, and after I saw that scaling in wasn't working because I wasn't making any returns, I decided to switch it up and start going into my full position size the second I see my opportunity present itself. So after that, I only made $20 on April 17th and $50 on April 18th. And then on April 19th, that was when I swung trade Tesla for about 2 days. I swung trade the earnings I played earnings. I played puts on Tesla, which I should have held it out until the actual earnings happened, but I ended up selling for a. This was actually 100% return, so I ended up selling for $119, which was pretty good. I didn't end up trading for the rest of the day. I already made my money for the day, so I stayed out the market. $56 on April 20th. As you can see, it says don't be a ever again. I don't know if I can even say that on YouTube, but it says don't be an N-word ever again. And I can call myself that because, you know why. But boom. So I overtraded. That's what that means. If it says don't be an N-word, that's what that means. It means I overtraded. So I was up about $200 on April 20th. Went back in, tried to make more money, and ended up losing all of it. So that's what that means. And then as you can, it's a repeating process. On April 21st, I lost all my profits because I overtraded again. Now on April 24th, this was a good trade, but I didn't let my winners run. This was a great trade because it was just a steady downtrend. I think it's a steady downtrend, and I ended up selling my entire position on a small pullback. Instead, I should have let my winners run and stayed out of the market once it was going in my direction. Shouldn't even have looked at it, anything like that. So let's come down to the first loss that we took in a while since we implemented this new strategy on not overtrading. April 25th, we lost $74. It says hold trades longer in smaller position sizes. So what happened here, I remember. So I was about 10. I was only about 5 contracts deep, but the market was going through a pullback. I just bought in. The market had pulled back on me, and then I told myself, I'm like, oh, I don't know if it's gonna stop or keep going or anything. So I ended up selling. But you guys already know, the second you sell is the time the market goes up. So the market started shooting up right after I sold it. I was super pissed off. So that's why I say hold trades longer and have a smaller position size, because if you cannot tolerate a pullback, that means your position size is entirely too large. So I was able to tolerate that pullback. Well, I wasn't able to tolerate the pullback, and I sold for a $74 loss on the day. But in reality, I shouldn't have been down because I should have held that trade for longer. But at the same time, there's no way to know that the market is gonna go in your favor. But at least predetermine your risk. I'll say, predefine your risk before you enter a trade. If you don't predefine your risk, then you'll be left with the equity curve looking terrible, because you're not going to know when am I going to sell. You're not going to know anything. You're just going in raw dogging it and expecting an outcome with no plan. So on April 26th, I lost $320. This exactly, I overtraded again. I was up $200 on the day. I was up $200 on April 26th. I was up $200 on the day. I'm so mad about this, but I was up $200 on the day, and then I told myself, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to trade anymore. And then I went into another freaking trade and then ended up losing. So if I'm up 200 and end up down 300, I think that means I lost 500. I don't know, I'm really bad at math, but I lost a lot of money on that trade, which wiped me out, put me back down in the dumps. And I'm like, why do I keep over trading? Why? So after that day, I totally told myself there is no way in hell I will ever overtrade ever again. So boom, next day, April 27th, the market was a consistent up. The market was going consistently up. So I told myself I will not overtrade. I made my money. I even sold, but where I made my mistake was I didn't sell until I got confirmation. I never got confirmation to sell my position, and I ended up selling. I was about 10 contracts deep in the QQQ, and if I would have let it run up to where my TP was set, I would have probably made easily $1,400 on this trade, and I could have made $1,400 on this trade that I'm in today, but I sold too early. But I should have waited for confirmation. But at the same time, there's nothing wrong. Nobody ever goes broke with locking in profits. That's never a problem. So at the same time, you can say, yeah, I'm upset about it. But at the same time, you can never say, oh, I should have did this, because you don't know what's going to happen. You can always look at the charts and say, oh, I should have did this when you had no idea what was going to happen, man. So if we come down to April 28th, which is today, this is blowing me up. Damn. Okay, whatever. So anyway, April 28th, which is today. You guys will see this video coming out today. April 28th, I made about $170, and I said hold trades longer. So as you guys can see, I'm gonna try to share my screen with you guys. I'm gonna share my screen. So we're gonna stop screen sharing here, and then I'm gonna come share my screen on my PC so I can show you guys what I did wrong in this trade. Even though I did win, there's always something to learn from every single trade that you take, guys. Just keep that keep that in your mind. I know my shirt look crazy drunk right now, but I had to throw something on. I usually trade butt naked, but no, I'm playing. But look, I usually trade butt naked. So we're gonna come here. So I am making a switch. I used to trade on Robinhood, but I feel like a bot trading on Robinhood. So I'm trying to make this switch to TD Ameritrade, because Webull options, I just cannot figure it out. But TD Ameritrade makes it relatively simple. They don't really try to make it super simple, but anyway, I'm chatting right now. But so look, so what happened today was so I changed up my trading strategy. Now on, I don't trade until the first 20 minutes until the market opens. I trade reversals, and I go in on my full position size. I can make a full strategy breakdown here soon, but as of right now, so I saw that pre-market was pretty flat, but I saw that we did have buyers coming through at this zone right here. So let me circle it since I'm on this cool thing. What the hell, bro? All right, what the hell is that, man? What's going on, bro? What? Okay, so anyway. Oh my gosh, bro, there's so much stuff going on right now. So I saw we had buyers coming through at this zone. I saw their, bro, all right, I'm done, bro. I'm done. I'm not even gonna try it anymore. I'm not even gonna try it. But I saw we had buyers coming through at that zone, and I also saw we had buyers coming through at this zone. And then I also saw that we had sellers coming through at 320. Oh, damn. I also saw we had sellers coming through at 320.26 at this zone right here. So I told myself, if in the first 20 minutes the market opens and we're trading above here, then I'm going to start looking for it to retrace, and then I'll just play it by ear from there. But what I was really waiting for and really hoping for, that we would sell off as we did, and then we would bounce off here so we could play calls to the upside, and then we put our TP at this rectangle right there. And it did hit it, and then it broke right through. But I've already sold all my contracts because, mind you guys, I'm trying to work on being perfect, keeping everything perfect, keeping my wins perfect. And keeping this win perfect is selling your position size, because as you guys can see, the candle looks like it's good, right? The candle looks like it's super strong, but it pushed up and then it sold off all the way back again. And then I was like, oh hell no. So it pushed up again, so I sold, and it actually did sell off all the way back down to red, and then it pushed up last second. So there's no way to know that that was going to happen. Either way, it was a good trade on the day. You know, we're on track. We have made about this week, minus the over trading. If I never over traded at all this week, I would have been up probably about $2,400 on the 2 weeks, half a month, $2,400. So, you know, but instead we're only up about $800 for the past 2 weeks. But next month of May, we're doing perfect trades all month of May. We're not gonna mess up. Let's knock on wood right now, but we're not gonna mess up. We're not gonna make any trading errors. We're gonna try to keep our strategy perfect. I'm gonna make I'm gonna try to make a video explaining to you guys my strategy. So we're gonna start screen sharing on. Let's stop that. We're gonna start screen sharing on the iPad again. So I want to show you guys how many wins and losses I took. So for April, we made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wins and 6 losses. So, you know, that's, what is it, 60%? That's a 60% win rate. But it's also a 70, maybe even 80% win rate, because like I said, I lost money from over trading. So I want to thank you guys for joining me on this video. Let me stop screen sharing. Yeah, we're good. I want to thank you guys for joining me on this video, man. If you guys like the video, make sure you guys head over to Future Era Investments Instagram. I'll put it somewhere here. Future Era Investments on Instagram. That's my new brand that I'm creating with me and my team. Make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys head over to all social media platforms, man, and we're going to the top, man. I'll see you guys later.